Hello, my name is Elijah McGreeny. This is my video project on quality improvement through effective teamwork. The purpose in making this video is to show how teams and healthcare organizations should work effectively and how this should improve the quality of the organization. So teams are people working together towards specific goals using multiple interconnected processes which produce performance outcomes and having access to information about the team's performance. Teams are going to have to adapt to changing circumstances, which will ensure the satisfaction of the team members and the patients. And they're going to maintain and improve their performance over time. So, distinguishers of a high-performing team, there's a lot of them. But I think the main ones would be think about what problem this team has been brought together to solve as a process that we're trying to make better rather than as a problem. And that will make for a lot more efficient team meetings. You also want to make the process, thinking about it as a process, you want to make it easy. And people will show up to meetings more, they will have more say in the meetings, and they'll do more about the result of the meetings if it's super easy for them to do it. You also want to have a good meeting agenda, not discussing pointless things for hours. You want to really emphasize punctuality and have everyone on the team be there right on time or even early. That way we're not wasting anyone's time. You want to have a good you want to have the team be rooted in the organization's culture. So whatever decision they're making, it should be in line with the organization's, beliefs and vision for the organization and all of that. You also want to have rewards for when the team goes well and when people do their job well. And that will always help to have people give you more quality work. And then the last two things is you want to have good communication on the team, where it's not just the information passing through one person to everyone else. You want everyone to be telling everyone, what's going on in this so that you have lots of good communication. The last thing that you would want is once the team makes a decision, you want everyone, even if they didn't agree with that decision, to go with it and have faith in the majority's decision. Because if you still have people doubting the decision after you've made it and you're going with it, that's going to cause a lot of problems going forward. So when it comes to the delegation of jobs and the varying roles on a team, you firstly want to have a good leader on the team. That could be one or two people, but someone who's leading and directing a conversation. This could be the person that makes the agenda, but just someone who calls upon the team, someone who gathers them to kind of head it. You also want someone who's taking very good meeting notes, keeping good track of all the problems that they're discussing and the solutions that they come up for it. You want to delegate tasks evenly between people, and when you decide on something and you go out into the organization to do it, you don't want to give one person too many tasks to do. And then the last thing is that you don't want to have too much power in one person, so you maybe want to invoke something like majority voting. You could do just more than half, you could do 2/3 for certain solutions. There might be serious things that you want to change that you might even say, this has to be everyone votes yes or it's not going to happen. So that's a good way to divide up the teams. Now the teams should be made of every kind of staff in the organization, whether that be the physicians, the nurses, the administrators, everyone. This is good because it gives diverse perspectives and you have a lot of different ideas contributing to the problem that the team has been called upon to solve. But this can also create issues because of the different perspectives. When people's emotions get involved, you tend to care pretty greatly about your solution that you've proposed, and it can cause some arguments between the team members. For example, to give a silly scenario of something that could happen, you might have an issue of not having enough properly cleaned ER rooms for use. The nurses might blame this on the old mops that they have to, it takes them 10 minutes to get them out and use them. This is a silly example, but the administrators might say that we just don't have enough rooms. We need to convert more rooms to be ER rooms. And for some reason, if people, get their emotions involved in this process, this could cause some issues between which solution to invoke. Should we buy new mops, or should we convert more rooms to be ER rooms? You can fix this by emphasizing effective team attributes like things such as patience, proper communication, mutual respect, things like that. And then also emphasizing faith in the majority. Like I previously talked about, if you're really stuck up on one solution that you think is going to work and the majority thinks it should go the other way, you generally want to have faith in the majority and go with them and work with their solution. So, as I talked about a little bit earlier, conflict can definitely affect the dynamics of a team and how effective it is at getting to its goal of solving whatever problem that they've met together to do. Some negative effects of conflict in a team might be like the disruption of collaboration. This could be decreased motivation. This could be, loss of morale and focus, disruption of routine, uncertainty, as well as increased stress. And none of these factors are very good for team building and, quality improvement. A couple things that you can do to help improve these things: you can encourage open communication, and encourage a culture where people can share their thoughts freely in a loving way. You can help the team to foster and go off of the organization's vision, beliefs, goals, their mission. And always having that root in the organization's mission is going to help the team have that, point of view when they're thinking. You can implement conflict resolution strategies. That might look like, sitting people together to talk about, their issues and conflicts, addressing conflicts early before they evolve into, deeper personal type things. This could also be like changing management and leadership on the team. Maybe certain people, don't work super well as leaders, or maybe even certain people don't work super well in positions with one another. So you can kind of swap those out as need be. And then the last thing is to just promote the general idea of teamwork and trust within that team. You can kind of take what I'm going to talk about later being the 5 dysfunctions of a team, and you can kind of turn that around and build trust within the team, and it works up from there to promote a super unified team that can get work done effectively. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is types of resources and available support that teams can use to enhance their efforts for continued quality improvement. The first is to understand the 5 dysfunctions of a team, that being absence of trust, fear of conflict, lack of commitment, avoidance of accountability, and inattention to results. Understanding that these are, real dysfunctions of a team that can happen, and catching them before they fully manifest onto your team can be really helpful to you. Another thing that could be really beneficial is seeing quality indicators and measuring performance. There are 2 things that just help you to see what is going on and what you need to improve. And even measuring performance can kind of show you how you can improve certain things in the organization as a team, and what problems may arise through that, and your potential solutions to those problems. So, in conclusion, an effective team is going to solve problems in the organization by coming up with effective solutions that work. The teams are going to be diverse, containing a wide array of employees. They're going to invoke proper teamwork attributes that are effective. They're going to delegate roles, responsibilities, and tasks of the solution. They're going to understand their potential downfalls and how to fix that. And they're going to have faith in the majority decision. And they're going to move forward together, invoking that solution into the healthcare organization that they're in.